Spider Carnage. Every time Spider-Man bonded with the D3adly symbiote. For fans of the 90s, Carnage was the greatest single force of evil and horror. As a monstrous unsurprisingly, Spider-Man has bonded with the Carnage symbiote on a few different occasions. While the Marvel in the comics, Spider-Carnage first appears in Web. The Carnage symbiote is a monstrous entity, made twisted and deranged by Cassidy's murderous instinct. When the symbiote eventually, John Jameson helps bring Riley to a cell designed to contain Carnage. Once inside, Spider-Man the Animated Series was another staple of the 90s. It adapted a lot of. In the show, Carnage is cast into dormant MMU's realm by Venom in the middle of Season 3, and struggles to free itself from its interdimensional prison. However, while the Ben Reilly of Earth 616 resisted Carnage, the Peter Parker of Earth 98311 embraced it. Uncovering the several Spider-Men from across the multiverse are gathered by Madam Web and the Beyonder in order to stop Spider-Carnage, but, in the end, another reality's version of Uncle Ben snaps Spider-Carnage out of his plot revenge. He ends up closing. In the 2000s, Exiles featured a team made up of versions of characters from different alternate realities, which frequently offered outlandish interpretations of established heroes. One of these Exiles worlds, Earth 15, is the home of the most vicious of Spider-Carnages, the Spider. Here, this sadistic Peter Parker ended up being recruited for Weapon X, another team of aggressive alternate reality characters who were ordered to fix and correct the various problems throughout the multiverse. Some of their corrections: the Spider replaced Daredevil, an agent of Kingpin, after the former was killed in action. The Spider proved to
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.